Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. Yeah, so I'm here to actually talk to my gender, to actually talk to specifically for the women. Women that are yet to take the very important decision of their life. So I was led in my spirit to actually come and make this video to you all. Okay, so you're about to take a very vital decision of your life. I would really want you to think about it. I really want you to pray about it. I really want you to ask yourself if this is really what I want to do, if this is really what I want. Do you understand? I would not want you to take your decision based on societal pressure. I would not want you to take your decision based on the activities happening on the social media, these days, a few weeks, months back, and all of that. A lot of celebrity marriages, a lot of marriages have been going on. A lot of people have been flaunting different videos, of their love life, sharing love stories, and all of that. And it's okay to feel, oh God, when? When will I have an encounter like this? When will I experience my own man of God? When will I do this and all of that? Some people go as far as even, dwelling people's pictures or videos just to suit and make some tags, some comments, and all of that. It's okay to feel that way. As a human that is running out of time, it's okay to feel that way. I feel that way. It's okay to feel that way, but do not allow it cloud your sense of reasoning and decision making. So what do I do sometimes? I want to talk out of experience. So I've been in there before. I really know how it feels and what it feels, especially when you are taking a wrong choice. This is something that is going to be forever. So it's something you need to meticulously think about and pray about. You might see the person, he might be good looking, he might have all the features you look for, all the features you want. You understand? Yeah, but do you really think it's the will of God for you? It's one thing. There's something I saw someone caption, someone wrote, he said, I will marry and I will marry right. It's one thing to marry and it's another thing to marry right. I want you to understand these two things. Okay, so getting married, it's okay, but getting married to the right person, it's also there. So I've been in a situation whereby, like I said, I'm talking out of experience. I've been there. I had this experience where I was naive actually. I was so young at age, and I did not really understand the whole concept of marriage and all of that. But then I'm this kind of person that likes living a well-structured kind of life. I've always said at 25 I was going to get married, possibly have my first kid. Then I think I was still, doing my industrial training and all of that. So I've had that structured kind of life, and God made it that, yeah, everything I planned actually worked out. But now, me getting in there, I didn't pay attention to details to understand what marriage was really all about. I was not mentally ready. I was not psychologically ready for it. In fact, I was still in my youthful exuberance. I was still displaying those youthful exuberance. So I wasn't even a praying wife. I wasn't even, I didn't really have something to do. I didn't really have, just young, fresh graduate getting into marriage and all of that. I didn't really understand my left from my right. I was not even, that mindset of being settled was not just there. Okay, so that is that for getting married at a very early age. It has this unpreparedness per se to some people. Now, having been there, I wouldn't want you to take such kind of decision. It's always good for you to pause and know what you want. Now, being advanced or being a little bit advanced in age, maybe not necessarily in your 30s, maybe in your late 20s and all of that, you still have to have a rethink. You still need to ask yourself, is this really what I want to get into? Am I ready? Have you made your studies? Because as I'm talking to you guys, like I always say, I learn from what I tell you people, and I talk based on my own experience. So while you're in the waiting process to take that decision, what do you do? Do you read? Do you study? Marriage is an institution, and for every institution there must be a preparation for it. You prepare before you get into the institution, you prepare while you are in the institution, you prepare even while you are already at the job, at the institution. You understand? Do you make your researches? Do you study? Do you watch videos of experienced people? Do you know? Internet has made things easy. It must not necessarily be to post things and all of that. You could get meaningful resources online. You can even hear from people's experience and all of that. I don't really know when I'm going to have time to talk about my whole experience, but from this little video, please do not make a hasty decision. While you are still at your waiting room, I'll look on yourself. Yeah, so lately I had this friend I was very close to. Okay, so I thanked him more like a best friend to me, because I just saw myself, flowing well and all of that with him. But then it was not vice versa. And at a point I was like, okay, what is the problem? When he told me, oh, Favor, you're like this, Favor, you're like this, Favor, you're like this, I had to think. At first I did not see myself, I didn't picture myself in what he was saying. But at a point I had to have this sober reflection, and I had to start thinking, and immediately I had to start working on myself. I had to start reading books. I had to start watching videos. I even had to pray, because you still need to involve God in it. And more especially to the independent women in quotes, sometimes you make yourself malleable. You understand? You make yourself malleable. It's okay to have your own resources. It's okay to have everything. But are you submissive? Will you be submissive when you meet the right one? You understand? Because most women will not want to compromise their structure. Most independent women will not want to compromise anything. Maybe. So I feel you should really know what you want. Like most of these marriage counselors tell us, most of these relationship therapists, they'll tell us you need to discover yourself, discover where you're going to, discover the talent and the purpose of God for your life. That way, when you discover yourself, you can be able to understand who walks that path with you, the choice of person that walks that path with you. And that is exactly what I want to remind us today. Don't feel pressured. Don't feel, what is going on in society. Am I left out? Does it mean God did not orchestrate marriage for me? Does it mean I'm not going to get hooked up? Does it mean, all of those things would come. But do not let it cloud your sense of reasoning by making you take a hasty decision. Seek the face of God. Do not go my path. Do not take it as a permissive will. Allow the perfect will of God to be done. And while you are waiting for the will of God to be done, work on yourself. Trash down those characters that needs to be trashed. Pick up the ones that you need to pick up. You have to learn some certain things. And while at that, you keep praying, God, make me the Proverb 31 woman, because that is the dream of every man. I don't really want to make this video long, but this is just what I was led in my spirit to speak. Because this morning I had that feeling when I was, meditating on some things. I was like, God, what is this? And then I had that word, I am working on you. You understand? So I feel that most times some delays we have is for our own good. Maybe God is trying to pervert something coming our way. Maybe He's trying to work in us. Remember, every human is WIP. They are all work in progress. No one is perfect. So while you're in your waiting room, please prepare yourself. Trash what you need to trash, because it's actually a long thing. It's a long plan. It's not something you go and get out of it. Please learn from my mistakes. Thanks so much, guys. And this is Still Favorable TV. I wish you guys well, and cheers.